The search for the elusive bluefin tuna continues this week on Small Boat Big Ocean TV. Small Boat Big Ocean TV is brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Small Boat Big Ocean TV. This week finds us going out of Manasquan Inlet, New Jersey, once again in search of the elusive bluefin tuna. Yes, folks, that is correct. We are indeed putting the boat in during daylight, but we have a good excuse for that. We had gotten up at 1:30 in the morning and trailed the boat down to Manasquan Inlet, only to be met by thunderstorms, heavy rain, and fog, which ultimately, because we do not have radar, came back to haunt us, and we end up having to wait till the rain and the lightning let up before we could shove off. Going out was a little bit more rough than we had anticipated based on the forecast. It wasn't the wind wave so much, but it was the swell. The swell was really, for a 25-foot boat, it was relatively tight, maybe 4, 5, 6 seconds apart, which made it really tough for us to go any faster than 15 to 20 knots. Our destination for today was a spot that had given up some bluefin a couple days earlier, based on reports from some of our friends, and going 15 to 20 knots. We were looking at a little over 2 hours to get to our destination. As we got closer to our spot, the sun actually started to break through the clouds, and we could see a pretty good sized fleet off in the distance. So we decided to set up shop on the outside of the fleet and just troll on the outskirts. Our spread for the day included 2 Y trackers on the appropriate side, starboard and port, off of our long riggers. Then we had a spreader bar right down the shotgun, down the middle, back about 150 yards. And then we had, to finish our spread, we had a purple and black Zucker daisy chain and cedar plug daisy chain on flatline clips, run at about 20 to 30 yards back. We got our first knockdown, so stay tuned after these messages. Come back and we'll see what we got hooked up. Bob K Marine in Spring City, PA is your one-stop shop for all marine services, from bass boats to bow riders, 2- and 4-stroke outboards to large block inboards. Our certified staff can repair just about anything. Bob K Marine also offers electronics installation, winterization and shrink wrap, plus fiberglass and gel coat repair. Visit Bob K Marine today for all your marine service needs. Salt Weather is the ultimate marine forecast app. With Salt Weather, you get forecasts from 4 different models on one screen: chlorophyll and sea surface temperatures, waypoints, distance measuring, plus a whole lot more at a fraction of the cost of other services. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Small Boat Big Ocean TV, where we are hooked up with first fish of the day. First fish hit the starboard wide tracker, and as this video goes on, if you notice we're a little excited, we certainly are, because this has been a 2-year venture to try to get our first bluefin, so our hopes are very high that that is what we have on the end of this line. Steve was behind the reel for the first fish as Pat and I worked to clear the lines from the deck.
You want a belt, Steve? Very good.
Another reason we were really excited about this first hookup was the reports had come in of an excellent under bluefin bite. When I mean under, for those who aren't aware, it's fish that are under 47 inches but over the 27-inch minimum. And reports from a couple days prior to us fishing had lots of unders being caught. And since this fish wasn't taking too much drag, we were pretty excited at the thought that this could be an under bluefin on the line.
Go in there, Steve. Watch this middle line.
As I had mentioned earlier, we were trolling on the outskirts of the fleet. There were boats 300-400 yards away from us, but one thing I did when we hooked this fish was I steered us away from the fleet, and this is just a courtesy to those who are still trolling, so we can get out of the way without having to worry about anybody getting near us, cutting our fish off or anything like that. So just as a courtesy, we steered clear of the fleet after we hooked this fish. You heard that right, folks. Our hopes were dashed just like that when we realized as the fish got closer that it was just a big false albacore. Now I'm sure some of you are wondering why we gaff this fish. We actually do eat false albacore. If you bleed them right away, get them on ice, and then prepare them properly, they're actually not as bad as rumor would have it. Not as good as a bluefin or yellowfin, but not a trash fish that people like to refer them as. With that fish bled out and on ice, we deployed the spread again in hopes of a bluefin.
Where is it? Let's go way back. Go way back. Way back. Whoa.
Not long after we redeployed, we had another knockdown, this time on the shotgun down the middle, which was way back, and it hit a pink sterling tackle spreader bar. This fish hit really hard and it stripped quite a bit of line off of our 30 wide, which is down the middle. So again, we had our hopes up that maybe this was the bluefin we have been looking for. As the fish got closer and closer to the boat, I noticed a belly flash and all of our hearts sank as we had a pretty good idea this was going to be another false albacore.
I was trying to go that way, but he's going the other way. Turn around. Let him go that way. Let him go that way. Got him. Come up to Albie. Big one. Wow.
Even though this wasn't the bluefin we were looking for, it was a pretty big albie, and when we finally got to weigh it, it came in at 13.3 pounds.
That's not the size of a football bluefin. You know it? Yeah, that's not bad.
With albie number 2 bled out and on ice, we deployed the spread one more time.
Top one again, top one again.
The third knockdown of the day came again on the shotgun way back, the Sterling spreader bar, pink squid, and Pat was on deck this time.
Honestly, I was just looking out there for it. And I never saw it. I'm going to get us on an angle away from the burst of the hole. Alright, I got a shark. There should be a bluefin all the way on top. Is it? I've just seen a whole spreader bar.
And for our third disappointment of the day, we get another albie. Although another good-sized albie, but still Another false albacore and not the bluefin we've been looking for. By this time, there was a greatly reduced amount of radio traffic talking about the bite going on, so we decided, after trolling for several hours and at least catching some false albacore, but no bluefin, we decided to call it day. So we started to bring everything in and get ready for the 42-mile ride home. While we didn't find the elusive bluefin that we've been looking for quite some time, we did have a really good time out on the water. It turned out to be a nice day, and we did put some fish in the box. So all in all, we can't complain. So that's going to do it for this week's show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. We didn't find that bluefin we've been looking for, but I got a feeling we're going to get one on the boat sooner or later. So if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. This episode of Small Boat Big Ocean TV has been brought to you by Howie T Sport Fishing, Bob K Marine, and Salt Weather, the ultimate marine forecast app.